Folks, we need to talk about loon trees. No, not just due to me being an absolute lunatic who wants to cover every square inch of this game, but because loon trees are flippin' amazing. They provide more resources over evergreens. Said resources lead to some incredible crafts, and they may even drop a butterfly that'll have you saying, oh my. But loon trees, everyone, it's time to give them the respect they deserve. That is, if and when we actually find some within our worlds. As I'm sure you have already guessed, loon trees are found solely on the lunar islands at the start of the game. So yes, some sailing is in your future, sadly. When you do make land, however, you are specifically looking for that of the lunar forest biome. Although plenty of additional loon trees will still be scattered within the lunar bats as well, so there's that. But whatever the case, the main destination is the exact same. So then, you best know the best ways to actually get there, right? Right. And we have been in the midst of lunar content for several days now, and have repeatedly mentioned this method in nearly every video related to the topic, so I will not keep you long. For us today, however, straight edges are all that matter, as they are good indicators of the lunar islands, Pearl's Island, and plenty more. So if you wish to learn how branches influence ocean spawns, see more examples of what I mean by straight edges, or even see how the astral detector itself can actually locate darn near everything, then you will have to head elsewhere for now. Because we've got some work to do, folks. We will be comparing loot tables, expanding on said resources, commenting on renewability, and more from here on out. And first things first here. What do loon trees actually drop? Well, that would be wood, duh, things called moon moths, and loon tree blossoms, everyone. Let's discuss. And the moon moths that drop from loon trees are essentially just butterflies, but are better in practically every way, mind you. They will fly around producing light for roughly half a day before dying right then and there and dropping their wings, unless of course you capture them and feed them yourself within your inventories. Moon moths themselves are indeed the pine cones of loon trees, as they are what one must use to plant additional loon trees wherever they wish to when the time comes. Those moon moth wings I mentioned restore 9.4 hunger, 15 sanity, and 8 health munch, which is honestly pretty darn bloody good, all things considered. The wings are also required for one of Wakeford's newest battle songs, the Clear-Minded Cadenza, which gives 1 extra sanity per hit to her and others. And lastly, a moon moth will be required for the one and only useful pet in the entire game, the mothling, of which will provide light when properly fed, of course. But yup, all of that from a single tree in this game. But there is plenty more to come. For you see, we need to talk about those loon tree blossoms we mentioned as well. Understandably, they don't really look all that special on their lonesome, because they're not, actually. You can still choose to eat them for a whopping 0 hunger, 0 sanity, and 1 health each. However, they do serve a far greater purpose than that. That being bath bombs. Found under the Celestial tab, a bath bomb is crafted via 6 loon tree blossoms and 1 niter. So you best hang on to all those you get, as bath bombs here are our ticket to some really cool loot and plenty more. But to even get to any of it, you should probably know how to actually bomb anything with these things. Bath bombs are meant to be tossed into any or all of the hot springs found on the lunar bats biome on the island itself. And once you've done so, a hot spring will actually remain in this bomb state for many, many days to come. But what purpose does a bombed hot spring serve? Well, how about not only attracting salamanders, but ripening them as well, leading to new and interesting loot. Not only that, a bombed hot spring will continuously throw off both light and heat, which could be very advantageous, of course. But a bath bomb's true purpose is to lead us to glassed hot springs, everyone. Come a full moon, a bombed hot spring turns into a glassed one, and will continue to throw off heat actually, but also offer us a chance to mine them for moon glass, red gems, and blue gems. Very, very cool. And once again, only possible via Lune trees. But hold up, Beard. Are you really here to tell us that Lune trees are better than evergreens? Well, yes, but actually no. I'm just here to give you the information needed to make that call for yourself, really. So then, let us compare. And when it comes to growth timers, the comparison is pretty minimal. Plus or minus a couple minutes is all that separates the two. Although I will say this, Lune trees do not only have one less growth stage to them due to the old version of an evergreen needing time to actually restart an evergreen's life cycle, Lune trees also never petrify, folks. This means you will never have to worry about losing out on trees in long-lasting worlds. However, pine cones are still far easier to just pick up and replant versus capturing moon moths, so things certainly balance out here and there. Oh, and I suppose a brief mention of how evergreens can lead to tree guardians, while Lune trees cannot, is also worthy of note too. So, there you go. But to end the day, we need to talk about chopping efficiency. And no, not just a little action of chopping, although even I have discovered something new there, but simply just the amount of wood one gets over the other. And first things first, however, I genuinely had no idea that Lune trees actually take longer to chop down than most, if not all, other trees in the entire game. So there's that. Secondly, though, even a small Lune tree drops 2 logs guaranteed versus an evergreen's 1. And that trend continues with each growth stage up until a fully grown Lune tree drops 4 logs each. But finally, while every evergreen stump will always drop 1 log each shovel attempt, medium to tall Lune tree stumps actually drop 2 logs instead. Crazy. Just crazy. So tack on the possibilities of 2 Lune tree blossoms and 2 moon moths each as well, and you've got yourself one heck of a tree, folks. Good stuff. And there you have it, everyone. Lune trees in Don't Starve Together. From insane amounts of logs to a pet that will keep you safe come nightfall. These piles of lunar lumber are far more than just that, and I do hope that you can see just how so after today here. They are bloody good, but be sure to have a bug net at the ready. Thanks for watching, folks. Well wishes to all. Go get Lune, and I'll see ya in the next one. Bye-bye.